Hello all. We started a journey translating Sirupaanaatrupadai, Minstrels Guide. We have started dealing with people whom the poet compared with King Nalliyakodan. We saw 7 Samaritans and we saw how the poet said that the 7 Samaritans cannot be compared with Nalliyakodan. Today, we are going to see why the poet specifically says that Nalliyakodan is the best of the period. We shall move ahead with the poem. நல்லியக்கோடனின் ஈகை சிறப்பு. எழுவர் பூண்ட ஈகை செந்துகம் விரிகடல் வேலி வியலகம் விளங்க ஒரு தான் தாங்கிய ஒருணிய நூன்தாள் நறுவீனாகும் அகிலும் ஆரமும் துறையாடு மகளிர்க்கு தோள்புனையாகிய பொறுப்புணல் தருவும் போக்கரு மரபின் தொல்மா இலங்கை கருவோடு பேரிய நல்மா இலங்கை மன்னருள்ளும் மறுவின்றி விளங்கிய வடுவில் வாய்வாள் ஒரு புலி துப்பின் ஓவியர் பெருமகன் களிற்று தழும்ப இருந்த கழல் தயங்கு திருந்து அடி பிடிக்கணம் சிதறும் பெயல் மழை தடக்கை பல்லிய கோடியர் புரளவன் பேரிசை. The best of Samaritans, Nalliyakodan. The weight of 7 shall truesome borne for the goodness of the land fenced by the seas, by the one single-handedly held, scented Surangi, agarwood and sandalwood, layered as shoulder pads for bathing dames, those gifted by speeding waters of destructible traditions, at the genesis of the city of the famed Ilangai, the good city of Ma Ilangai of chieftains many, the unmatched, perfectly skilled swordsmanship, with the prowess of a tiger born of Oimaan clan and a strut with firm strips like a bull elephant, donator of elephants, him with his generous hands, Lord Protector of parts. So we are given a proper introduction to the kingdom of Oimaan, its capital Ma Ilangai, and King Nalliyakodan. The poet says that Ma Ilangai or Peru Ilangai, as it was called in the ancient times, was the capital city of Oimaan kingdom. It was a very fertile land and it had several rivers at one point of time. Due to certain natural geographical shifts, the kingdom over a period of time turned a little barren. When it was still fertile, the rivers used to bring pieces of sandalwood and agarwood, and that were being used by the women folks of the kingdom. Now, the name Ma Ilangai or Ilangai would strike a chord somewhere. Is it not the name for Sri Lanka, which is the country just below India? Well, there is a small story behind the name and the kingdom and the king's clan. At one point of time, when people were distributing themselves across various parts of the world, one troop called Oviar group. Now, Oviar actually in modern Tamil refers to artists. Artists as in people who can draw and paint. But we are not talking about painters or artists. We are talking about a clan who built bunds for dams. Since the bunds, when raised, produce the sound O, they were given the name Oviar. And so this clan named Oviar clan moved into India, southern part of India. In that group, the head was a woman who was carrying at that time. And she delivered a baby, a boy, who started taking over the entire clan from then on. So now Nalliyakodan belongs to this particular clan called Oviar. And they are a subsection of the people called Nagas, who are known for their artistic skills. And hence, since they shifted over from the actual Ilangai, Peru Ilangai is the name of Sri Lanka, which was given back then in the ancient times. And since they shifted into a new place, since they wanted to retain the name, they renamed the place as Mavilangai. And thus, Mavilangai became the capital city of Kingdom of Oimaan. பரிசு பெற்ற பாணன் மன்னனை பாடி சென்ற முறை நல்லியக்கோடனை நயந்த கொள்கையோடு தாங்கரு மரபின் தன்னும் தந்தை வான்புரு நெடுவரை வளனும் பாடி முன்னாள் சென்றனம் ஆகை நாள். The song of the gifted. Meeting Nalliyakodan, the only target, him of worthy ancestry, he and his father, praised along with his rich kingdom and peaks tall like their stature, sung by us as we camped back then. The poet continues to give a brief introduction or rather description about the rich ancestry of Nalliyakodan. Not only Nalliyakodan, but also his ancestors were very generous. They were very accommodating people, and that's why they were loved by their subjects. நல்லியக்கோடனை காணும் முன் இருந்த வறுமை நிலை. திரவா கண்ண சாய் செவி குருளை கரவா பால் முலை கவர்தல் நோனாது புனிற்று நாய் குறைக்கும் புல்லென் நட்டில் கால் சோர் முதுசுவர் கணச்சிதல் அரித்த பூமி பூத்த புழல் காளாம்பி ஒல்க பசி உழந்த ஒடுங்கு நுண் மருங்கல் வளைக்கை கிணைமகள் வள்ளுகிர் குறைத்த குப்பை வேளை உப்பிலி வெந்தை மடவோர் காட்சி நாணிக்கடை அடைத்து இரும்பேர் ஒக்கலோடு ஒருங்கு உடன் மிசையும் அழிப்பசி வருத்தம் வீட. The burden of poverty before meeting Nalliyakodan. Then with newborn pups with curly ears, hardly eyes open, that unbearably suckled the dry teats empty of feed, the recently delivered bitch whined of pain, curled in our dusty stoves, against the withering walls and tumbling roof frames, eroded by termites from wasted soil, bearing bent-eared mushrooms. From the wasted soil bearing bent-eared mushrooms, waist slim down of long-bitten hunger, bangled woman who hits the dry well to snap with long nails those wild spinach, cooked sand salt, behind closed doors to dodge scathing censures. Large family dined together as tradition to wipe the sad scar of hunger caused. The poet gives a very detailed description about the poverty in which they suffered before meeting Nalliyakodan. We have to understand that not all kings were generous, and if at all they found a king who was generous, he was not within the reach of people who were in need of patronage. Very few poets who came back guided the other poets or bards or minstrels to seek patronage with the king whom they have already met. So poets, minstrels, performing artists were often in deep poverty. So our poet explains how poor he and his family were before meeting Nalliyakodan. He says that their bitch used to sleep in their dry stove because they never cooked. They did not have provisions to cook. And his wife used to go in search of wild spinach or greens. And out of shame that people might see her going in search of wild greens, she used to shut the door and cooked. They were a large family, and so they dined and shared whatever little food they had. They had to go hungry for days together. And this was all wiped away only after meeting Nalliyakodan. So our minstrel is actually doing a very good job of guiding the other poor minstrel by asking him to go meet Nalliyakodan. Did he actually go there? Did he meet him? Did his poverty get erased? You shall have to wait until the next part. Thank you.